Hey, good morning, Andrew. This is a demo video for you for your Saberforge Cleric. I got this wrapped up yesterday. I wrapped up about 6 sabers yesterday. Did not have the energy to sit down and do demos, so I'm up early this morning doing them all. I'll show you the functionality of this guy and then send it off to Brandon so that he can weather it for you. You had mentioned he's going to be painting it, so painting it is safe if it's installed already. All right, if he was to do like an acid weathering or like a chemical weathering, that's not something that you want to do on a saber that's installed already. But this is installed the CFX. I got the black buttons in here that you wanted. So your front switch here will be your power. Your back will be your auxiliary. I did leave your blade plug in here for now just to show you that it's got some shine through, but I'll take that out and show you the Neopixel connector. You do have a Carl Chen PCB in here, so it lights up even without a blade. You do get some nice shine through in these vents right here. And then how to get to the chassis is you just want to unscrew the pommel. It's the only place on this saber that opens. So when you open it, you'll notice I have a 3D printed space around here. So it's glued in, so it won't come out on you. And that's something obviously that stays in. It helps push the chassis. All right, but when you open it up, you'll see your speaker right here. What you want to do is just kind of take your saber in your hand like this and cup your other hand and go like that once or twice. It will pop out and you can pull it right out. So this is a fully removable chassis, right? Your CFX board here, easy access to your SD card, so you can pop it in and out with your finger just like that, no problem. You're running a 28 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, so it sounds really good. Also, with this spacer here, it kind of encapsulates the speaker when it pushes up against it like this, and it fully encloses it. It makes it sound super loud. All right. You've got a removable battery setup. This is running the Smuggler's Outpost Switch Pixel PCB set. So that pixel right, or that PCB right there, lines up with a 14-pin PCB. That's very hard to see, but trust me, it's in there. So that doesn't come out. Speaking of that, it's in its own piece of a chassis that's held in with this grub screw. All right, so this is the grub screw that you do not want to mess with right here in the switch section. That is holding that chassis piece exactly where it needs to go. All right, when it comes to blade retention, what you want to do is move up. You'll see this grub screw right here in between your shrouds. That's your blade retention. All right, so that's the one that you want to mess with. So let me get a battery. Here we are. All right, so we're going to take our battery, throw it right in, spring side your negative here.
Apologize to my girlfriend.
This is a sound font that my buddy Jesse over at Kyberphonic made me. I put it on here because you have the stock font package. The stock font package doesn't sound that great. This is a great font, although it does have some questionable quotes on it. So you can change that around. You can delete it when you get it all together. Whatever you want to do. Sometimes I throw it on there. All right, it's a lot better than the Britney Spears sound font that I used to give out for free with my CFX installs. But anyway, you put the battery in there. You take the chassis. You can put it in however you want, right, and just slide it right in, and then take your pommel, push the chassis forward, and lock it down. Right. When you tighten this pommel all the way down, it pushes the chassis forward into those pins and engages everything so that you can come over here and hit power. Loud. This thing is screaming loud. So good shine through here. All of your windows here, right? Down here is auxiliary. This thing is super loud. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll take your blade plug out. I'll make sure that goes off with your saber. You have a pretty long blade plug, plenty of blade depth, so it would reach that window. I made sure that I put my Neopixel connector down below so you can see it down there. Plenty of blade depth. So if we turn this back on, you'll see those light up. Right. We'll throw a blade in. This is set up for a full-length blade, although I'm going to use my little test blade. I like to mention it every time, but this is a TriStar test blade that my dude Space Windu sent me. It's very cool, and it works well with my space. Anyway, you put your blade in, lock it down. Very solid, put together, right? You can do whatever you want to with this guy. Good flash on flash. Blaster bolts is just tapping the auxiliary. Blade lockup is holding it down. Just like that. Now, if you want to change sound fonts, all you want to do is just hold down the auxiliary.
Sound bank selection.
Now, you can move up or down the menu with either button.
Crystal focus. Crystal focus.
Nebula.
When you find one you like, hold the button down. Now we're on Nebula. Right. It's so loud, I don't even think I could talk over this thing. When you want to change color to your blade, you can either do it in your color text file, or if you want to do it on the fly when the saber's on, hold down the auxiliary and twist your wrist. You can cycle through the colors by twisting the saber, and then when you land on something you like, just hit the power button. So we'll do that real quick. Now, when we turn it back on, we have a blue blade, right? Just like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll take the blade out of this guy. Everything is working in here as it should. The blade comes right out. You have some very nice, it's a very nice emitter, so it fits a 1-inch blade very well. I'll go ahead and put your blade plug back in so I don't forget. Now, CFX does have a deep sleep mode, so if you want to use that, you can. But if you want to take your battery out, of course, we just come over here and take our pommel back off. Pop it out again like that. And then from the positive side of the battery, which is over here by your speaker, you should be able to pop it out with your finger just like that. All right. And that is basically your Saberforge Cleric. Let me know if you have any questions. And if not, I will package this guy up today as soon as I hear from you. And I will get this out to Brandon for some final weathering. All right. Thanks, man.